We got the main man in the building. Listen, welcome to the UK Takeover Show, Jordvn Emanuel. You say good?
Yes, Biggoss. Thanks for having me, man. Manners and respect.
It's only right, man. It's only right, man. You've been putting in the work, man.
Yeah, man.
And we love to see it, man. Trust me. Like, I want to say congratulations, firstly, for putting out the project car. You know, there's a lot of artists out here in the scene that, you know, haven't even put out an album. Like I was saying it to Joe before, like, you know, there's a lot of big artists in Brum that ain't done an album yet. So what made you decide that you was going to do an album?
I think, like, just during making the music, like, we had so much good songs. It was meant to be an EP at first.
Okay.
And then...
So it wasn't an accident, it was like...
Yeah, like, I was debating with people, I was asking people. I even spoke to Daps about it, and he was like, nah, don't put it out, put it out singles.
Yeah,
you need to build a buzz kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. That's what most people are going to generally say. It's, yeah.
So then I thought, you know what? I spoke to Mitz, and like my partner, and she was just like, it's a collection. Like, put it out as a collection.
Okay,
you get me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was her that made me do it, fam. So I just put the whole album out, and the response has been mad.
Yeah, man, sick. How did you tell us about your journey, man? Like, how have you amassed such a following, like, in such a short space of time? Like, because how long have you been putting out music for, firstly?
About a year and a half. I think I put out Phase. Me and Maddie done a song together. I think about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just featured on there, and then I got my confidence from that, and then obviously I started putting out singles and little freestyles and teasers and that, and then I took it proper serious. Like, I'm gonna sit down for like 12 months and put an album out.
Yeah.
You get me? So. Yeah, and people have kind of, I don't know, like, people have kind of expected, like, people's standards were kind of high, like, I expect something from you kind of thing.
Yeah, because, you know, when you say the word album, yeah, like, it's not a light body of work. Like, loads of like I say, loads of artists out here have been out here for years and they ain't done an album. Like, they done mixtapes, they done EPs. Why wasn't it a mixtape? What's the difference to you? Like,
it just sounded like an album. Like,
I hear that.
When you listen to it, like, I couldn't even put the word mixtape next to it.
It's the quality.
Yeah.
You know how I distinguish it as well. Like, an album is something that's very transparent. It's very honest.
Yeah.
And that's what your music is. Do you know what I mean? So I find mixtapes are it's trying to make the best tunes at the time and try to do the
And because it's on original beats as well, you get me?
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with it as well, man.
Talk to us about the production behind the album then, because some of the songs were like outstanding. The production was incredible.
Yeah, like, for Sermon, because we just played Sermon, let's talk about Sermon first. That's the last tune on the album.
Okay.
A guy called Pal Singh from Birmingham.
Pal is a big producer. I know about Pal. Like, Pal's phenomenal still. Like, yeah, like, he never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, so he sent me like 10 beats, like, and then that was the one I picked, but I didn't play it to him until the album came out, so he didn't hear it until it kind of came out, kind of thing.
Okay.
So we got Pal on there, we got Caleb on there, from Brum as well. Maddie produced on the album.
Big up Maddie, you know.
Maddie Saskia. So everything's Birmingham based. We got a few YouTube beats on there that I had to pay for and that, but.
How did you find these Birmingham producers? Because obviously you've got your own kind of sound, you know what I'm saying? So how did you find producers, that are making your sound then? Because it's quite a unique sound as well. It's not like it's a common sound. Like, say if you want to find a drill producer and that, like, you know, they're everywhere, do you know what I'm saying? But how did you find those producers?
That's mad, you know, that you say that, because they're just in my world. So I would struggle to find a drill producer.
Okay.
You get me? Because I'm in the world of like soul, boom bap kind of. So they're just next to me. Like, so I don't know. We've got like this community. So if I'm going to like an event or like a concert or like a show, the man them are there, innit? Like, the producers are there.
So was you a part of the community before you was dropping music then?
Yeah. So because of the podcast, that we used to do, I linked up with all these people.
Yeah.
Before I started like telling them, I make music.
Yeah.
So we just built like that.
So do you feel like the podcast kind of helped you build your profile a bit and, you know, gave you a bit of an audience already? So like, do you know what I mean? It's like you're doing the podcast. Like, how often did you used to do the podcast? Was it daily or was it like how many times a week? Because
it was once.
It seemed bad, man. I swear, man. You like was work. Now you like was on it, man. You like was working like before everyone was doing their thing. Like, you know, I remember seeing you like active. So like, yeah, how often was you putting it out? Once a week?
It was once a week, man. We will record on Sundays. Every Monday we'd put it out.
You're just clipping up the content on Instagram now.
Yeah, and then putting out daily.
Squeeze a lot of value
That's
out of
what
it.
it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I remember
That's the
like
formula.
every morning, I'd go on my Instagram and I'd see like a post from like from you, like, and I'd be like, yeah, man. I like the things you used to talk about and your perspectives. I used to agree with, man. Like, yeah, man, I liked it still.
But the thing is, you talk about the podcast, it hindered me as well on the music side because
you're spending time doing the podcast with
I was just about to say
not even man weren't taking me serious. Like
of course.
Yeah, but I'll say like from the music you've put out, like man can happily forget about the podcast stage.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like man is really a rapper now. More than you was ever a podcaster.
To be fair though, there's a lot of podcasters that have been podcasters, then they just turn into like rappers and singers. Like you got man like Chugs and Philly, like not podcasters but like
content.
Influencers, content guys. Yeah, there's a lot of them that have. So yeah, obviously, man, I'm gonna take it seriously straight away. How long do you think it was like before, man? Was there like a defining moment?
I think No Regrets. Like when I dropped No Regrets,
it took people that long.
I think so. Like the couple of man that was like.
Jeez, man, jeez.
Couple of man were like, nah, I can see you can spit still. Man will go, yeah, you can rap still. But when we dropped No Regrets, me and Romy 5, and we dropped the visuals, it was like, okay, this is different. You get me? Man can rap like. Yeah.
I think I slept on you until that tune, I'll be honest, bro. I knew you had tunes out, but I saw you out and we spoke and you sent me that tune and then, bro, I just took it in. I was like, shit, like it's not just when a man says he's trying to ting, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk about the content on the album, because you chose to be honest and sincere, and like what made you like decide to kind of do that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you think doing the podcast originally made that easier to be transparent?
You know what?
You already put yourself out there like that.
I don't even
true. You might be right. You know.
I don't even see it that way. People keep saying that to me, like, yo,
no, but
it's open. Like you're being honest. I'm like. That's music though, isn't it?
That's what you're meant to do.
Yeah, I know, but it's the things that you were being open about, like relationships and like, you know, even being honest about like cheating and things like that, like, and it's the way that you say it, like most men, like rappers, they're bragging about it, but you're not necessarily bragging about it. So I'm saying about that kind of level of honesty, and I think because you did do that on the podcast, so you might not even realize, but probably when it comes to rapping, like it was easy because you just used to being real in it and just keeping it 100.
Yeah, and I think it's more interesting than it's a different perspective, because we've always heard that like man can be braggadocious, like, you know, I was with this thing or that, you know what I mean? Like we've already heard them bars, but when you go into it deeper, it's like, okay, what? You got a family dynamic. What did it do to your family when that happened? You get me? Was you comfortable in the yard when that happened? Yeah. And you guys is looking at me like, so that's a whole nother part of it. Like it's more interesting to go into that side.
It's true, man. Can't like you don't hear rappers talking about being in the doghouse.
Exactly.
It's not nice, man. It's not a nice place.
I agree with what you said though. Like that's music. That's what music should be. And I use this word a lot. Like so much music is gimmicky, and often like the music that we're hearing a lot of and people love to listen to, like it's so gimmicky. But what angle, what perspective are you offering? Do you know what I mean? If there's no insight, there's no self-awareness kind of thing, then like what a man really taking from it other than a little head bop? Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
album's got to be more than that.
Exactly. Like we wanted to paint pictures with it. Like it's like a movie, bro. Like certain songs, like we've got plans in it for like videos and that. But certain songs, like you could like make like a short film around it. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's
you
what we
basically
wanted to do.
did that with the listening party, you know.
Yeah.
So saying you were saying it on
that.
stage, but you essentially did do that. You know what I mean?
Are there any tracks in particular that are like really special to you?
Come Through's a little bop. We got Come Through with Maddie on there. Maddie takes the mick in this album, bro. She goes in. Cooked Food.
Yeah.
Famous with Yates. People are liking that one. Sermon,
Vows,
the
bro.
outro,
Vows.
Vows.
I've listened to
Bro,
that.
I'm
about
naming
20
all of the
times.
tunes now. Vows, yeah, that Vows tune. Everyone's DMing me about that tune.
Crazy song, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I want to ask you as well. So you got a tune, what's it called? Is it Senses with Tricky?
Yeah, Sense.
How come that were on the album, G?
You reckon it would have fit?
Yeah, man.
Where would that go though? Like after Vows, like
I don't know. Like
that tune's a bit active.
Because I feel, you know what it is, yeah. Because like I feel like if someone picks up the album, they're not gonna hear that side.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I wanted
wanted that little bit of that in there.
Yeah, just a slice, just a pinch.
Yeah.
But you know what it is. I hear you though. I hear you know, why it's not on there, and because the album has like a certain theme to it. So obviously, yeah.
We kind of had this conversation before though, because I think it could have fitted on, but I thought it might have been a bit more planned like that because you had like a 2-single build up, and what I liked about it kind of felt like a independent like album run. Do you know what I mean? Like you did the 2 singles, give man a taste, and then do the album rather than like it's quiet and then boom, I made the album.
That's
kind of
exactly
thing.
what it was. Like
Yeah.
Sense was just keeping people on me, like awake, kind of like yo, have this for now, but the album's coming, kind of.
Look over here.
Yeah,
and then
that's
boom,
what it
album.
was. Yeah.
Are we gonna get more like tracks like Sense? Because I like hearing you at that BPM. You know,
I
like,
swear.
It's it's crazy still. Like and you know what was sick here? The beat. Do you know what I mean? Like it was my kind of BPM, but still like your kind of style.
Okay.
Do you know?
You know what's mad about
and
Sense? The story behind Sense. I sent the tune to Daps in it. Like
Okay.
yo, me and you do this.
That would have been a massive still.
And he was like, I don't want to do that. I want to go into your world, do something different. So I was like,
yeah.
So then I'm thinking, who's cold? And I'm a big fan of Tricky. A lot of people don't know about Tricky.
Tricky's cold, you know. Like that made sense still. Like
Exactly.
nah, big tune still.
So yeah, that's how that came about.
I got one question for you then. What was the first and the last song on the album? The starting or finishing, like, but what was the initial song which you
That
knew,
we
or
did.
maybe you didn't know that it was going to be on the album, and what was the final piece of the puzzle?
You know what's mad? We did this album almost in order. So like track 1 was the
Right.
first one I did.
Okay.
What was track 2? Mountains. That's the second one I did.
Swear down.
I think the last tune that I made was Famous. The last tune that we completed was Famous because I'm doing a bit of vocals on there in it. So I had to mix it, make sure it was proper. So Famous and Sermon were like the last 2 to go on the album.
Is there any tracks that didn't make the cut? Like
You know, nah, bro. Everything I made, like
it was
there.
It was
yeah.
all
It was ready.
okay.
You get me?
Sick. So like as a new artist, yeah, how have you been navigating the scene, the industry? How have you found it? Like
I don't know, but I don't think I'm part of the industry. I'm just like trying to make sick music, bro. And I don't know, like,
is that because you don't want to be? Because like you said something at your show, like if someone else had an event like this, I wouldn't go.
nah, it's true, man.
and I was
cringe,
like,
you know.
and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do see Jordvn out, but I don't always see him at like the open mic nights and them kind of things.
Nah.
So are you purposely kind of just staying away and just making your music, or yeah, what is it?
I don't know, you know. I think I don't know, man. Like, I just try and do my thing and then put the music out. I'm not really in the circles, and I'm gonna be more, I guess, now because obviously the album's out. I gotta mix and mingle a bit more to push the project. But
Yeah,
I just go to work and go home, bro. Watch football, bro.
Nah, I hear that.
You get me? That's what I do.
And go to like, what's the last concert you've been to?
I think it was LMA for Valentine's Day. You know, the R&B singer.
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah, which you called bro. Yeah, LMA, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, man? When you take into the stage, like, when are you gonna see you doing a show or anything?
Definitely.
Like that?
We're gonna get the show patterned for the album probably summertime or just
Okay.
before summer. You saying 6th of Feb? Right. Oh yeah. We got a show 6th of Feb. Maddie's just telling me.
Okay,
Neighborhood. Yeah. What's that gonna be, like a full set? Oh, 2 tunes. All right, but I want to do a full album show.
Yeah.
At Hare and Hound, so we're gonna go back to the Hare and Hound and do it there.
Live band or
yeah. The whole thing.
Sick. So we mentioned the producers that you work with. Let's talk about some of the artists though. Like you got Dimes on there. Who else? You got Romy 5 on there.
Dimes, Romy 5, Joy Soul, Maddie Saskia, Yates.
Yeah.
Just people that I'm a fan of.
These are all like top tier artists, you know, and like they must really like rate your music as well, you know, like to work with you, you know, because like these are not guys that like just make music with like anybody, like especially Dimes. I would say not like I'm not saying that my brother Dimes is a diva, you know.
Should I say, man? Antisocial.
Nah, it's not even that. Like he's just like a high level musician, and like he's not gonna just, you know what I mean.
Well, he said it himself on the tune. If you're sick, come this way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
He's selective still.
Yeah.
But me and Dimes, I got something coming still.
Okay.
Yeah. Dimes has got something coming himself. I don't know. You probably know already.
Yeah. I've been speaking to him still.
We got something coming still.
Sick.
Yeah.
So what kind of artists inspire your sound?
I should say probably Wretch the most.
Yeah.
I grew up on Wretch, Kano. If you go to the Americans, you're talking about Jay-Z, J. Cole, Drake, the Bait Faces.
Yeah.
But UK wise, Wretch, definitely Wretch.
Is that someone that you'd like to work with in the future?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Yeah, I used to tweet back in the day like wild like an idiot. Yeah. And I was like dissing him in my tweets, like saying, "Where's the old Wretch? Where's the old Wretch? I want the old Wretch back." And now that I'm making music, fam, I went through all my tweets, just deleted all the.
See, you done the search and that. And just like,
you might come across man like, nah, I gotta delete this.
Do you still feel like that though? Because New Wretch has got some gems as well.
Nah. New Wretch, he's coming back still.
What was it that you didn't like when he was doing like the singy song?
I don't like the reggae stuff.
I knew it was that still.
I don't like it still.
No.
You feeling it when he does that?
You know what? I do like it, but I am a more fan. I'm more fan like when he raps and that. Like,
exactly.
That's what Wretch is kind of known for. But then I get it as a musician, and it like you like all kind of styles, and he's versatile. He's got it in his locker. I just feel like sometimes he was doing it a bit too much, and one or two tunes, Do you know what I mean? And it's a long time since you heard Wretch on something like hard as well.
Exactly. So he literally taught me how to rap just listening to him. I'm not even gonna gas.
Okay.
Literally. So he's definitely him and Jay-Z, listening to them two, kind of like that's what I'm trying to compare myself to when I'm writing. Like, okay, what is it as good as my man would have said, kind of thing. Sick.
So how long are you looking to be around for? Like, are you looking to be rapping when you're 40?
Yeah, fam, we're looking to take this whole thing. I'm trying to build like a whole like community, bro. There's like people that people need to know about.
Yeah.
That's why some of them are on the album. The next project, there's gonna be other people that I wanna shine a light on as well.
Sick.
It's me bringing a whole community with us, because Birmingham's like known for like grime, you know, you got drill and that, but there's a soul part of Birmingham.
There is
that I wanna kind of shine a light on. That's all.
I love that. You wanna bust down the doors and bring people through behind.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, man.
Yeah, all soul going forward, all soul, bro. You get me?
Yeah, sick, man. So what's the plans for the rest of the year?
Push the project, visuals, live show, and then more music, more features, more music, more bars.
Sick. Who is there anyone that like when you found out that they was messing with your music, like that really like gassed you up?
You remember when I played you that tune? You probably don't remember. I played you Phases. Was it Phases? I played you Phases and you was like, oh, it's alright still. I did an interview. You interviewed me like years ago for the podcast.
Okay,
When I'm back at your old spot.
Okay.
And at the end of the interview,
Oh yeah.
I
Them
played you a
days.
tune.
Them
Yeah,
days.
you know what,
You never get a big reaction out of Biggoss.
No, he was
you can't
kind,
tell
you
if
know.
he loves
He
it
was
or he
like,
hates it.
You know what it is. I hear so much, and then I've got.
You run out of reactions.
So, and sometimes I gotta hear it in my own, my own time and listen back to it, because sometimes I don't always soak in everything. Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
And then sometimes it depends on the mood, you know.
Yeah.
Like when people send me music, sometimes I like to listen to it like a few times, especially if I feel like I don't like it.
Yeah.
You see, like
Just
if
to
there's a track that I
just to
feel
see
like
if you do like it.
Yeah, I need to like kind of listen to it a few times just to make sure that I don't like it, because it could be my mood, and
Facts,
I could be
nice
just
facts.
like in a mood.
So did you like it when he played it?
You probably don't remember it.
It was hard. I don't remember it, but I remember the occasion still.
Yeah. But now, like, just the man them, like, you know, when you play music around the man them,
Yeah.
or whoever, you get me, if it's some girls around, you play the music and like, yeah, this is good still.
I think when you can tell the reaction's natural and it's positive, like that's what means the most, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like for your debut album, and you know how kind of, with respect how young you are in the game and all that, the level of attention and appraisal the album's got is sick to see.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
and
that's scaring me.
And well deserved. But like, what I was gonna say is, what advice would you give to artists? You know what I mean? Trying to put out a project, trying to do the same. Like, where do you think you went right with that?
Finishing it. That's the advice I'd give.
Okay. Because you said you're gonna start it and finish it.
Just finish it, bro.
Yeah.
Just do something, complete the job, bro.
Yeah.
Did you give yourself like a time frame?
Yeah, cause I just bought a yard, yeah. So me making an album sounded dumb to like my partner. She's like, "Why are you wasting money on this?" I'm thinking, like, look, I got a little dream. Let me just do my thing. But I had to get it done like now, for it to make sense to her. You get me? So that's what it was. So I did have a deadline, like before the year just ended in it. So like, before 2023, album's done. Then I can focus on such and such. But just finish the project, bro. Finish it and put it out. That's the advice, really.
You seem very disciplined. Is that come from the 9 to 5?
Bro, it comes from my mum.
Okay.
Just hard work, bro. That's it. Drink water and work. That's all I'm on.
No. Sick.
That's it.
Listen. I ain't gonna let you go without spraying two bars.
I'm hot, you know, bro. Is the heating on there?
Nah, man. The heat, it's probably that camera light, you know. The camera light's just beaming down on you. All right, then. Say less. Jeez. Should we go straight into the freestyle, or do you want us to play a track?
Run a couple tunes.
All right. We're gonna play a track off your project. What shall we play before we go into your freestyle?
Play Famous featuring Yates.
Large up Yates every time, you know.
Yo, you've just been watching a clip from the UK Takeover Show with DJ Biggoss and Juicy. You can listen to the full show now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly visual content and follow us on all the socials. Yo, you've just been watching a clip from the UK Takeover Show with DJ Biggoss and Juicy. You can listen to the full show now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly visual content and follow us on all the socials.